of you, 7th A. Welcome to the biology class, children. Children, in today's class, we are going to start with lesson number 2. So all of you, please open your books to page number 19. Open your books to page number 19. Okay. Now, children, as you are well aware that in lesson number 1, we talked about nutrition in plants. You are aware of the term nutrition. I told you that nutrition means taking food, but there we discussed about the nutrition in plants, that how plants take food, what type of food they take, and because they are able to make their own food, synthesize their own food, they are called producers or they are called autotrophs. Now, when we are talking about the nutrition in animals, we know that animals, all the animals, they are consumers. What are they? They are consumers. That means they take the food, they intake the food that is actually prepared by
Ma'am, by the plants.
yes,
By
by plants. You know this, that they are not able to prepare the food themselves. So they are dependent on the plants for their food. And that is why, what is the term given to them? What are they called?
Ma'am, consumers.
Consumers. And what is the other term for them?
motto.
Ma'am, heterotrophs.
Heterotrophs. Very good. Yes, they are called heterotrophs. So now we know that plants are called autotrophs because they can prepare their own food, and animals are called heterotrophs. Now, depending on the same and talking about the same in detail, what are the categories in which the animals can be divided? This you have done in class 6 also.
Yes, ma'am.
Based on the feeding habit, the type of food. Yes. What are these categories?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
herbivores,
herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores.
Daniel Khan, just excuse me, children. Daniel Khan, what are you doing? There is no need to give this reaction right now. Please. Yes. So I was asking, what are the categories based on the feeding habit?
Ma'am, herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores.
Yes,
And ma'am,
herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Fine. So these are the categories. Now, children, this much we have already done and we know about this. We have done some part in class 6 and some of the terms we have talked about in class 7. Fine. Now, children, we are going to talk about some more topics, some more terms which you need to understand. Now, here in lesson number 2, we will be talking about parasites and we will be talking about the host. Fine. Parasites, since we have done in lesson 1 also, so you are aware of the term, but now you need to know that here we see that parasites are the ones that depend on the food for others. Like we have discussed 3 categories, herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Now we'll be talking about some more animals, those who do not fall in this category, but they are also consumer. They take the food from others. They are dependent on the others for the food. So let's talk about them. These animals, they are called parasite. Why they are called parasite? Because they live on the other animal. They live on the other animal. For example, like you must have heard about lice. What is lice called in Hindi?
Ma'am, Joe.
Yes, correct. Good. Afan Khan. Yes, correct. So these Jume or Ju. Afan, please put your speaker off, beta. Yes. These Ju or Jue, what do? They suck the blood from your head. Yes, from your skin. So they are actually taking the nourishment. They are sucking the blood or they are absorbing the nourishment. It's not only in the form of blood. There are other parasites also. Like, have you heard about tapeworm? कभी सुना है आपने tapeworm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the roundworm, tapeworm, they live in the intestine of the human beings and some animals. And बहुत पेट में दर्द होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा दर्द होता है. And what do they take? They take the digested food from your intestine. So they are somewhere, they live in or out. यहाँ पर तो like the other animals, they were just taking the food from others. Here in parasite, when we're talking about, they live inside the body or on the body of the animals and human beings, and they take the nourishment. Like in case of, they live on the body. बाहर रहते हैं ना हमारी body के, सर में रहते हैं. The same way, if we talk about the roundworm or the tapeworm, they live in the intestine, in the body of the human beings and animals. So this is how they take the nourishment. And what is the mode? They absorb or they suck the blood. Now, the one on which they live, जिसके ऊपर या जिस body के अंदर वो रहते हैं, we call them as host. Yes, like you must have heard about the term host and guest. When you go to attend a party, you are the guest, and the person who is hosting the party becomes the host. So here also we have the term host and parasite. The organism that is living on the other organism is the parasite, and on which the other organism is living is the host. Is this much clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and now one more important thing about the parasite is they do not need to digest the food because they are already taking. I hope you understand this. उनको अपना food digest करने की जरूरत नहीं because they are already sucking the blood. They are taking the digested food material, so they do not need to digest the food. Okay, now just look on the page number 19. You have a table. Just look at it. Like you have parasite, mosquito. They suck the blood from our body. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Then leech. What is leech called in Hindi?
Ma'am, it's like a worm.
Ha, but what is it called in Hindi? It's an insect. Joke. And a common thing about it is, it gets stuck to your body, any part of the body, पैर में, generally to the animal's body also, when like in the pond, if the animals
blood from human body.
Yes, ma'am. They
get
take
stuck.
blood from human body.
They take the blood. So what do? They get stuck. चिपक जाते हैं, and that is why in Hindi a saying is also there. जोक की तरह चिपकना. So जोक की तरह चिपकना, it's very difficult to remove a leech when it gets stuck to your body. Fine. So that also sucks the blood from the plant, from the animal. It takes the juice or the plant blood, depending upon the type of host it gets stuck to. So it is also a parasite. Then you have Cuscuta. We have already heard about it. We have learned about it. It is a plant, not an animal. Then lice we have discussed. Ticks, very small insects. Have you seen the stray animals? जो ये dogs होते हैं या buffaloes के cows वगैरह जो आपको रास्ते में सड़क पे दिखते हैं. Have you ever seen that on the body, on their body, small little round worms are there, gold type, black color के. These are called ticks. So, and have you seen any small bird sitting on their body? वो कुछ उसमें से चोंच से निकालती रहती है. It actually takes the insect. So it feeds on that insect. So these are ticks. They live on the body of the stray animals like dogs. Okay, so it sucks the blood. Then roundworm and tapeworm I have already discussed. So these are some of the examples of the host and the parasite which you need to know and you need to learn also. Now turn the page, come to page number 20. Here you can see two diagrams are there, children. Leech biting human foot. Can you see that? Just see. Blood is there everywhere. It is biting and it is very difficult to remove this leech. Then in the second picture you can see ticks near the dog's ear. Now you understand? ऐसा देखा है आपने कभी?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so some have not seen, but these ticks are present on the body of the stray animals. Okay, because why not on pet? Because pets you yes, but ticks are generally present on the body of the stray animal. Now, any problem, Talia, please tell me first. Anyone, any problem?
No, ma'am. No problem.
Anyone else
clear.
in the class? Okay, fine. Okay, now we move on to the other topic, very important topic, that is holozoic nutrition. All of you listen very carefully. Holozoic nutrition, children, animal-like nutrition. Animal-like nutrition, since you know, I have been telling you in class 6 also in biology that we are also animals. Human beings are also animals. Now, the way we take the food, all of you be very, very careful. The way we take the food and we put it in our mouth, it goes through the food pipe and then it goes to the stomach, it goes to the intestine stomach, and then the digestion process take place and the energy is given after digestion process. This energy we utilize in doing different work, for walking, for running, for different other works, for different activities. And whatever undigested food material is left in the body, which is not needed by the body, that is thrown out. Yes, so this type of nutrition is the actual nutrition, and this is animal-like nutrition where all these steps can be seen. That yes, you take the food, then it shifts, it goes to the food pipe. So where all these steps, where all these processes can be seen clearly, such type of nutrition is called holozoic nutrition. And this type of nutrition, children, is seen in higher animals. Higher animal does not mean the animal that are very big in size. Sometimes very small, they also may be that they are a higher animal. Higher animal का मतलब है कि जिनका organization, body का organization, functioning is very highly developed. They fall in the category of bigger animal, you can say highly developed animal, complex animals. So here you see that this type of nutrition, holozoic nutrition, is seen in complex animal. But in some cases, it is also seen in simpler animals, which are very, very small, so small that you call them microscopic. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the word microscopic?
Ma'am, the things we see through microscope.
Very good. The things or the organisms that we need a microscope to see. Like they are very small that they cannot be seen through the naked eyes. आप ऐसे नहीं देख सकते हैं. So the same way, two of the organisms like we see amoeba and paramecium, we see that they are so small. They are very small in size. You need a microscope to see them. But still, here also we can see that these organisms have holozoic mode of nutrition. मतलब ये इतने छोटे हैं, but still the way they eat the food, the way they feed, that is like animals. कोई ऐसा बच्चा जिसको नहीं समझ में आया, प्लीज इंटरप्ट हियर इटसेल्फ so that I can proceed with the example. अभी मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल से बताऊंगी कि होलोजोइक न्यूट्रिशन कैसे होता है. But have you understood the meaning of holozoic nutrition?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone in the class who wants it to be repeated? Holozoic mode of nutrition means actual animal-like nutrition, proper nutrition. I mean proper way in which you take the food, it goes, it shifts, and then the digestion process take place. After digestion, we see that the absorption of food take place. That means we get energy from the food that we have eaten. And finally, the food that remains undigested has to be expelled out of the body. So in our case, how is it expelled out? In the form of feces. Yes? Yes, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So that waste material or the undigested food material is thrown out of the body, and these all sub processes, steps, they form holozoic nutrition. Now let's discuss about holozoic nutrition in detail, taking the example of amoeba. Now all of you will concentrate on what I am telling, because this is something very, very important. Okay, so first thing is, what is amoeba? What is amoeba?
Ma'am, it is a microscopic single-celled organism.
Very good. Who has given the answer? Advika?
Ma'am, Isha.
No, ma'am.
Okay, Isha has given the answer. Very good. Yes. Now, just give me a minute. Let me adjust the camera. Okay. Now, just tell me, Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Or
Yes,
shall I change the position? Just see. Is it okay?
yes,
Is
ma'am.
it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I think the board is clearly visible. Only the board is there. You can see the
Yes,
board clearly?
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Fine. Okay. There's no light issue. You are able to see it clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so as I was telling you, see children, when I'm writing, if you're not able to understand or see, please inform me, because right now I am not able to see the laptop. I've shifted it towards the board, so I'm not able to see the laptop. So you just tell me if there's any problem. So we were talking about Holozoic nutrition. Okay, Holozoic nutrition, and we'll be talking about with the help of the example amoeba. Now, as you know, as you have yourself said that, ma'am, amoeba is a microscopic organism. Yes, it is a microscopic organism. We need microscope to see amoeba. Fine. Now, when we talk about amoeba, children, the first thing is important about it is its shape. It is a microscopic organism. You need a microscope to see. Now let's talk about the shape. This is when we talk about any cell, any living cell, whether it is a plant cell or animal cell. See, plants and animals, they are made up of cells. First very important thing. It can be single cell, it can be many cell. Like our body is made up of so many cells. The body of amoeba is made up of just one cell. Okay, so any cell, first thing is nucleus. I told you earlier also, nucleus. Are you able to see it? What I'm writing?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
okay,
Yes,
then a
ma'am.
liquid is filled, and this is cytoplasm. What is it? Cytoplasm. And then this boundary, the outline, any cell, it's not like that it is always like this. In case of amoeba, it is like this. It can be circular, it can be flat, any cell, depending upon the type of cell. So here you see the outline. In case of animals, it is called cell membrane. Cell membrane. membrane. So this is just to explain you that what is the structure, so that you are familiar with it. Okay, like you see, again, nucleus, which is the brain of the cell. Any cell, this is like we have the brain, it tells us what has to be done. The same way, nucleus tells what has to be done to the cell. Then you have this jelly sort of thing, which is filled in the cell, which is called cytoplasm. And then we have the outline in case of animal cell, which is called cell membrane. And if it is a plant cell, then it is called cell wall. Is this much clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now come, this is about a cell. See children, this is not about amoeba only. This is about all the cells. Every cell, for a cell to be a cell, living cell, it has to have nucleus, it has to have cytoplasm, and also a boundary. Now, next important thing when we talk about amoeba specifically now. Now we are not talking about all the cells, but we are talking specifically about amoeba. Here I have mentioned this shape. I have given this shape. Maybe children, that when you observe it, now see, where is it found? I told you amoeba is found in dirty water. Basically, if you take the pond water and you take the slide and you just put that slide under the microscope and you try to observe it, maybe that you get to see amoeba. Glass slide आपको बताया ऐसे होती है. Yes, it is transparent slide. On this, you will put some drop of water, pond water. You are going to cover it with the cover slip, and then the slide, if you're going to put under microscope and you observe it, you will be able to see amoeba. So it is present basically in dirty water. Sometimes if this dirty water we drink, then this amoeba enters our body and it disturbs our digestion. Yes, many of the time loose motions are observed in case this amoeba goes, and then in later cases it may also called amoebiosis. Fine, that is another thing. Now, when we talk about amoeba children, now here you see that this is the shape. Fine. Like supposing you observe it under the microscope. This is the shape of amoeba. Okay. Maybe after some time, like anyone for roll number one comes to see.
सेंड करती है.
Who is this? Who is this? Make sure that your speakers are off. Now, supposing roll number one, I'll call you roll number wise to see this amoeba under the microscope. Supposing roll number one comes and sees the amoeba. So this is the shape of amoeba. Maybe roll number two comes and the shape changes to this. Maybe roll number three comes and the shape is like this. So special thing about amoeba is, children, that it keeps changing its shape. Something very important about amoeba is it keeps changing its shape. Is this clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
It does not
Yes, ma'am.
have a specific structure. Now, why is it so? That also you need to understand. Now, when I draw this, children, you can see these structures. These are finger-like projections. Finger-like projections can be seen in and out. It
Yes,
looks
ma'am.
like the fingers.
Yes, ma'am.
Finger-like projection. Yes? Finger-like projection.
Yes,
Say yes or
ma'am.
no, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these finger-like projections, they are called pseudopodia. What are they called? Pseudopodia. Say all of you.
Ma'am, pseudo-odia.
Yes, it is not pseudopodia, it is pseudopodia. Okay. What you do is, just do one thing. This diagram where I have mentioned the parts, just quickly, rough diagram, quickly draw it where holozoic nutrition in amoeba is written. Heading, just draw a simple diagram, not a perfect one, but just mention cytoplasm, nucleus and cell membrane. Quickly, all of you do this so that you remember the parts. Drawn, children? Yes, children, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you see, as I told you, that these finger-like projections, they are called, all of you see carefully, pseudopodia. This is a single word, but I've splitted this word into two, pseudopodia. Now, pseudo, the word pseudo means false. The word pseudo means false and podia means feet. So you know now false feet. Now these finger-like projection, it helps amoeba to move. जिधर की तरफ से pseudopodia बड़ा हो जाएगा, it starts moving this way, and that is why it does not have a specific shape, because it lives in water, so it has to move in water. So for motion, it has to elongate. It's one of the pseudopodia. When it elongates, that becomes, or that appears as a false feet. See, we have true feet. हमारी तो असली feet है ना, we can move. Animals have true feet, but this organism, since it is a single-celled organism, how is it going to have the legs, hands? It's not possible. It is only made up of one cell. So we see that this is called pseudopodia. That means the false feet, जो उसको help तो करते move करने में, but they are not the actual feet. Is this much clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You can write where the word pseudopodia is written, you can write false feet there. Always take a pencil in your hand and keep writing these important things. Second last line of the paragraph, under the heading holozoic nutrition, you have the word pseudopodia. So just below that, write down false feet. False feet. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, children, so have you understood the structure now of this amoeba?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Now, in the next class, we will be talking how. Now, you have understood. Now, it will be easy for you to understand. I'll just explain to you in short, and then in detail, I'll be telling you later. See, now what happens? Now, since it is a very small organism, yes, amoeba. When anything like we smell the food, we get attracted towards the food. The same way, this is the food of amoeba. So when it comes in contact or it comes near to amoeba, the food that is a very small organism in water. वही उसका food होगा. When it comes in contact or when it comes near to it, what happens? Pseudopodia. These two pseudopodia, they are going to get elongated. ये बड़े हो जाएंगे. Like this, like this, like this. Yes, like this. And a time will come when it is going to engulf it. It is going to trap it. Yes. So it is going to make this type of structure and the food gets inside. Ingestion. The meaning of the word in is taking in. So the first step that you see in your book also, ingestion. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is the ingestion process is taking place. That means it is taking the food, it is pushing the food toward itself. That is in. In means under. So taking in food, that is the first step, that is ingestion. All of you write one where ingestion is written. उसके आगे one लिख लीजिए. Then second process is digestion. In our case also digestion take place. Same way here also digestion take place. As the food enters inside, the juices are secreted, digestive juices. As in our body, digestive juices are present that helps in the digestion of the food. The same way amoeba's body also produces some digestive juices, and these digestive juices, they break down the food into simpler components. So break that. Second step is digestion. Clear, children?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when the food gets broken up, it is broken. Now it does not remain like this. It is somewhat like this. It has got broken up. This digested food is taken by the body of amoeba. है ना? It goes and it is taken up by the body of amoeba. So this is called absorption. Like we in class 6, when we talked about the taking in of the water by the plant, what did we say? That who absorbed the water? Roots. The same way, absorption of the food by the body of amoeba takes place. So this third process is, or third step is absorption. Now when it is taken, for what it is taken? Food is eaten, why? What has to be done?
Ma'am, to provide energy to the organism.
Yes, very good. So the fourth step is assimilation. That means the whatever is absorbed, it will be used for what? For getting energy, for growth of the body, for maintenance of the body, and also for dividing. Now this amoeba is going to, it cannot reproduce, it cannot produce young ones, but of course it can divide to produce more. So to multiply its number, you can say it eats the food or it takes the food. So assimilation means utilizing the food that is taken for different purposes. And then comes the last one, that is egestion. That means whatever food is now not required by the body. Okay, whatever is not required by the body, that जो भी dirty है यहाँ से, I am marking it with green. ठीक है? Whatever is not required, that all gets filled up in a vacuole. Vacuole means empty space. In this, it will all, from everywhere it is going to come. So these are the direction. It will fill in this vacuole, and then we see that this is going to dissolve like this. It is going to move its. Yes, this was the case. ऐसे था, सब fill हो गया. Now what it will do? Amoeba is going to remove this line, it will become like this, and this is how it will be expelled out of the body. So this is ejection. Okay, children. Now again, in detail, once more I'll be explaining it to you, but you have to revise it so that you get what I have taught. So your homework is you're going to revise the topics that I have taught today. Okay, so this is how we have come to the end of today's class, children. Take care of yourselves and immediately leave the class as I leave. Bye-bye, children.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a
Bye.
nice
Have a
day,
nice
ma'am.
day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Baba, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.